Greetings, Earthlings. It's been a few weeks since we last saw each other. This is mostly due to myself, and I don't hold any of you accountable for the delay in commentary. Instead, I spent a couple of weeks on the islands of Hawaii. Maui, Oahu, Kona, and Kauai, to be specific. This amazing trip was immediately followed by an intestinal infection that I will spare you the details of, but which is not fully healed, and additional research will be carried out with a team of mules and a pickaxe upon my bum. Last week, my family experienced a loss. After winning a few battles against cancer, my nephew ultimately lost the war. Far too young, and if you or a loved one even thinks there's the possibility of having cancer or any other sickness, please get tested. Early detection is the key to survival. While I was away, the Super Mario Bros. Movie was received lukewarm by critics and praised by fans, which seems to be the norm these days. The box office ticket sales are indicating a major success. I've unfortunately been too busy or distracted to see the movie, but hope to soon, because I am a child in a man's body, but more so because I like my entertainment to distract me from the real world, and it seems this movie does that in spades. The Microsoft Activision merger was blocked overseas, which paints the whole situation in a bit of a new light. What looked like a sure thing is now looking unlikely. The decision by the CMA to block the merger is questionable, with parts of their decision indicating that perhaps they don't understand the industry that they are attempting to regulate. Microsoft has, of course, filed an appeal, but there aren't very many options to get an appeal approved. The CMA, of course, can't keep two companies outside of their jurisdiction from merging, but what they can do is make it difficult for that new company to do business in the UK. A merger's biggest hurdle will, of course, be the FTC in America, where both companies are based. That court date is later this year. We will see if the CMA decision sways anyone or has any kind of effect with the FTC. Redfall released, and Xbox sites and fans were generally surprised at how bad the game is. This, of course, surprised me because I have no idea what surprised them. The game didn't hide how bad it was and never looked good at any of its public showings. Sure, the journalists got to see a sneak peek a year ago and swore it was shaping up well enough to be a hit, but none of the marketing material implied as much. When the trailer was played at the Developers Direct in January, I had this to say, with all of it being an accurate prediction.
Because I feel that Redfall had a disastrous showing at this Developer Direct. The game looked slow, outdated, and oddly cramped. Almost every moment seemed to be a corridor exploration, aside from an open-world hub. Let's start with the visuals. This is not a pretty game. The colors are drab and muted, the lighting is very static, and everything looks like a wide, flat shot. Actually, the camera might be part of the reason why the action seems so slow. Nothing in this demonstration seemed like a threat. It's as if the developers turned off the difficulty to capture the video. Sure, you want to look good in your gameplay reveal, but none of the scenes looked badass due to how easily the enemies were defeated. There was a wide array of weapons demonstrated, but there seems to be minimal reason to explore outside of one mid-range and one explosive weapon. Again, this is due to how simple the gameplay appeared. Also, that animations can be quite janky. The vampires move in a choppy motion, and the simpler armed enemies appear to just be ammo fodder. One of the things I did enjoy in this reveal was the skill trees and some of the abilities shown. The ability to launch yourself or a teammate will make for great video clips online, and the move that flashes a light at the vampires in the immediate vicinity, turning them into dust, seems fun and well balanced. The execution time seems slow enough that you have to make the decision to use it or not. Though, again, look at the vampire animations in this clip. Something seems wrong. I know the game isn't released yet, and some of these issues might be addressed before its early May release date, but that's not much time, and some of my complaints are issues that take a long time to change. Also, to the people saying Deathloop was a surprise hit, sure. The thing is, this isn't the team that made Deathloop. Arcane Austin is the team that made Prey, a decent game in its own right. Hopefully the game has a demo before release, as I feel this is a title that could really use one. I also hope the difficulty was just turned off for the reveal. Combat is important, especially in a game like Redfall.
Anyway, that's a quick update on gaming and life. Consistent content will now resume for future transmission. So long, mortals.